Derek Beaver designed the challenging trials course.
In designing the course, I have to think about all classes. I have to remember what I was like when I was a 4, and I have to remember the 1. So you have to make the difficulty of the section to suit the different classes. As you're riding through the section, the object is to stay between the gates or tapes or flags, whichever's been used, and not to lose forward motion. As you're riding through the section, the checker, if you put your foot down, in other words, take it off the foot peg and put it to the ground, the checker will go like that. You will have lost the point. And every time you do that, the checker will stick another finger up until she has the maximum of 3. After that, you can go through the section like a centipede. You just keep your feet blazing away in order to get through. If you fail to keep forward motion and you start spinning, and that will be a 5. That's the maximum amount of points you get. It's like golf. The lowest score will be the winner.
And Derek designed a very challenging course. It includes off-camber hillsides, trips through the deep, dark woods, long hill climbs, twists and turns through loose dirt and rocks, and even a trip through the swamp. But rather than talk about it, let's see what it's like to ride this course.
The vintage trial sport started for a lot of reasons. One of the reasons was that we were a bunch of older guys. We simply couldn't do the modern trials. But we wanted something where we could take old bikes and we could go out and we could basically not just so much compete, but to recapture the spirit of sportsman competition. This is the place where I come and have my fun. And the fun is the atmosphere, and the fun is the people, and the fun is the motorcycles and the competition. It's a whole thing. It's not just one element.
You can come out here and have fun, not kill yourself, enjoy yourself, and you don't have to have high-dollar equipment. The old stuff works good.
Trials riding is so much different than anything else, where it's like it's a gentleman's sport. You can walk the course, you can look at it. Nobody's in a hurry. Nobody's trying to run over you. Everything is just so laid back.
Aren't you a little too young for this kind of riding?
No, I just 67 in April, and I don't think I'm too young. I've been riding since I was 15.
What's your advice for any lady who'd like to take up trials riding?
Try it. Just start on a smaller CC bike. Mine was a little large, but it was the only one I could find to buy at the time. But I think a 125 would be better to start out on. So you don't scare yourself and you stick with it. It's fun. And you get better slowly.
Everyone had a great deal of respect for Section 9, the bog. Here is where you separated the men from the boys, in a pit of smelly, slippery, slimy water. Get your snorkel gear. I think we're going to get wet. That's what you call good, clean fun. And as you see, the course could be tamed. However, almost everyone had something to say about Derek's design.
Eric told us this morning in front of witnesses we could throw him in this thing at the end of the day, and I think we're going to do it.
It's provided
extra entertainment for all of us, and both riders and spectators alike. I've been through it 3 times now and have survived, so I feel I've done great.
You know, I never saw that section until I rode up to it. When I did, I decided right then and there I was going to get a little Derek Beaver doll and stick pins right in the crotch. You know, I mean, that was, he told me he was doing a dirty trick and it was basically for me, and he did.
Derek, Steve Martin just said that he wants to get a Derek doll and stick pins in the crotch. What do you have to say about that?
Well, coming from Steve Martin, I'm not a bit surprised. Anybody else, I'd listen.
And how did Derek do in the bog? Let's watch. To the applause of the spectators and fellow riders, Derek conquers his own course.
Derek did a good job laying that one out. It was a beautiful trap. Had a lot of fun.
What are you going to do to get your revenge?
I'm going to go kiss that old Englishman.
Here's another look at the riders as they take on the course in their magnificent riding machines.